Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Timeout Talk. I'm your host, Michael Myers Simpson. Today we're going to be talking about the last Monday Night Raw of the decade. Alrighty, so it started off with Kevin Owens brawling with the AOP, talking his smack. They didn't like it. They retaliated. As they were retaliating, we get a surprise return from none other than Samoa Joe. One thing I like about this is that it shows us a face Samoa Joe. Haven't seen that since NXT. Very excited to see where it goes from here. We'll see. He's very good at what he does. After this little debacle, we had Aleister Black taking on none other than Buddy Murphy. And like I said before, any single time these two are in a match, squared circle, any place, anytime, they're putting on a great match. In this case, it didn't happen to go in Buddy Murphy's favor again. Aleister Black ended up hitting him with two black masses and calling it a night. Got This Is Awesome chance. Hey, it was pretty awesome. We had Becky Lynch announcing her opponent for the Royal Rumble. She's never defeated Asuka. Asuka beat her twice. She might beat her the third time, but truthfully, I don't think that creative is going to let this go by. I don't think that they believe in Asuka enough to give her two belts. And if they do, I think that someone's just going to take that other belt off of her eventually. I don't think Asuka's going to walk into WrestleMania as champion. I think Becky will. And you never know, it might go Becky and Asuka at WrestleMania. I doubt that that's a thing, but anything's possible. I think Becky Lynch is going to hold that title, though. Then we have the Street Profits wanting all the smoke, and I mean all the smoke, with the OC. Not a great match. It was a good match. Definitely worth the watch. Then we have Drew McIntyre defeating Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder in a handicap match. But we knew that Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins weren't going to beat Drew McIntyre. Then we have Randy Orton faking his own injury just to RKO AJ Styles. Haven't heard it like that in a while, huh? Yeah, it's true. I told you guys. Randy Orton versus AJ Styles is a dream match that we were robbed of at WrestleMania. Now they're giving it back to us, but they're giving us a bigger story. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton 2. Now it's not going to be as big as John Cena versus The Rock. But us real fans who love wrestling know AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. Take my money. Please. Then we have the U.S. champ, Andrade defeating Ricochet in a quick match because, Ricochet went to go help that random guy, whoever the hell he was, help him try to avenge himself against Andrade, and then Ricochet ends up getting a match out of that, ends up losing that match. Andrade came out on top. But we all know that that's not what we're here to talk about. What we are here to talk about, however, Lana and Bobby Lashley. The main topic, the hottest commodity since Randy Savage and Elizabeth. What happened? I don't know. I was very, very confused on what they were going to pull out of their sleeves. I had a feeling Rusev was going to be involved. The last thing I expected was this to turn into a gay thing. The last thing I expected was for Liv Morgan to express her love for Lana. I would see why this could piss a lot of people off. But to me, it's money.
I'm talking about Lana!
She was confessing her love to Bobby Lashley. Would it be any different? So if she could express her love to Bobby, she could express her love to Lana. It's the same thing. You try to make it a problem, you are what's wrong with the wrestling world. Damn, Liv Morgan got hurt. She got slapped by Lana. She got slapped. That was funny. And Bobby Lashley looked very confused in the middle of this segment just for Rusev to pop out of the cake like he was Randy Orton in 2004. But like I said, this segment wasn't perfect, but it was good. It was entertaining because it made you like, what the heck is going on right now? Why is this even happening? And it was a pretty good segment, but at the end of the day, it's either going to go one of two ways. This is either going to go really deep into Lana and Liv, which I don't see any potential in because What are Lana and Liv Morgan gonna accomplish as a lesbian couple? Tag team belts or something? What, they're gonna feud? I don't want to see Liv Morgan versus Lana at WrestleMania. I don't want to see Bobby Lashley and Lana versus Rusev and Liv Morgan at WrestleMania. That's just what might be the case though at Mania, because I don't see any other results other than Rusev and Liv versus Lana and Bobby. I don't know what Liv Morgan has to win from this. I just wish Liv didn't waste that return on this, because what happens now is that Liv is probably going to be a little stale now, because we're going to be like, what do you have planned? And then when we realize that she's not going to do anything huge, we're going to get disappointed. Not a bad way to end the show. Not a bad way to end the year. Classic WWE pulling something out of their asses. So yeah, that was basically the recap of Monday Night Raw. The last Monday Night Raw of the decade. My favorites from that match were Liv Morgan and Lana, Buddy Murphy and Aleister Black. The match was the show was good itself. It was better than a lot of the other Raws we've witnessed. We can't be mad at that Raw. And if you are, stop watching wrestling. At this point, just give up. Because Vince is not going to please you, especially when he's focused on the XFL. He's not as in control as you guys may think he is at this point. But like I said, great show, great time. Liv Morgan, Lana, very, very big question mark on Liv Morgan and Lana. But yeah, so that's it for this episode of Time Out Talk. Stay tuned for the next episode. See ya!